The stakes are high in Season 3 and we're here for it all, with 6 teenage campers left behind on the fragile island of Nublar, where the systems are falling into anarchy, the dinosaurs are running free, and the park is closed. The struggle for survival gets more real by the second. While they try to find a way off the island, these campers have no idea that a more sinister threat lies in the shadows of the jungle. Season 3 of Jurassic World is here after what a lot of us consider a disappointing Season 2. Now, this much anticipated season gives us a new look at the storyline while we look forward to what the season has for us. Will it embrace some more animated freedom? Would we have more quirky moments? What should we expect in future seasons? We'll be revealing these and more in this video. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos that we post. Now let's get right into it. A recap of what Season 3 is about. If you haven't watched Season 3 just yet, then this is our spoiler alert. Spoiler alert! You can take a while to watch the amazing episodes that we've dropped and then get back to our video. And now, here's our recap. Once again, in Season 3, we have our stranded campers trying to make another escape attempt. You all know how much they tried to do that in the previous seasons and failed terribly. But it still didn't work this time around and they're still stranded on the island. Our frustrated campers are going around the island in search of the best way to escape Isla Nublar. But instead of an escape route, they discover several exciting locations, even really old ones, that gets them exploring the island deeper and deeper. And this is where things get really interesting as they uncover so many mysteries along the way. In fact, some of these mysteries have ties with the mysterious new dinosaur that we know as E750. Now, this dinosaur is important to the story, especially when it comes to keeping the campers on their toes. What we love about Season 3 is that there's an obvious improvement in the animation quality compared to what we saw in Season 2, even though that was also way better than Season 1. In Season 3, the dinosaurs are more animated, with the environment, characters, and shadowing evolving every episode. From the thrilling set pieces to the logical storyline that punches beyond the boundaries of our imagination, it's definitely fun to watch this animated series and see what comes swooping down next. The Lost World theme with the dinosaurs is the perfect environment for the campers to get engaged in a series of adventures. And there's one more interesting thing to note about the dinosaurs. In the trailer, we got teased with an all-new monologue on a different species of dinosaurs that is fast becoming the favorite of many viewers. Both the behavior and the design really show the natural yet primal behavior of these new species, which fits nicely in the Jurassic storyline. It would definitely be nice to see how these dinosaurs become a big hit and give us some fun scenes in this season. Unlike what we saw in Seasons 1 and 2, Season 3 has more episode counts, and well, none of us are complaining about that. This extra storyline is being explored to its full extent and is no doubt one of the best that we have seen in the series so far. All in all, we have a perfectly executed finale that aligns itself perfectly with the trilogy of movies in Jurassic World, making the story feel bigger. In Season 3, Camp Cretaceous returns to the roots that have been established in the first season. Although we can't fault the consistent writing, we can't help but think that it's a bit held back by the all-kids cast. But the good news here is that instead of leaning into the cartoon tropes that we saw in Season 2, Season 3 appeals to fans of all ages without being too childish. Sure, the television animation standards are not as great as Star Wars, The Clone Wars, or even Avatar: The Last Airbender, but there's no taking away the fact that Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Season 3 is a lot of fun, building on dinosaur stories and character growth. Let's talk about the mysterious E750 that has given us a lot of terrifying scenes so far with a clever mix of fun animation. This is not your typical breed of dinosaur, and it really stands out from the hybrids and other species that we've seen in the past. For now, we don't know its name just yet, but the world of Jurassic can feel the impact of this new addition as we get some new revelation in each episode. Another thing that Season 3 of Jurassic World has brought to our screens are the Dimorphodons, the Tyrannosaurus, which are all new herbivore species, and the adorable baby Brachiosaurus known as the Gallimimus. It's stuff of fantasies, and every dinosaur lover is definitely excited about all these additions. The inner child in me is exploding with smiles. What am I talking about? I'm exploding with smiles. The thrilling sequences are a fresher breath air, considering that many fans were too happy with what we got in Season 2 of the show. There's a lot of character development that we can't rule out, especially as the characters expand their understanding of dinosaurs and create new relationships on the island. And on that note, raise your hands if you love Bumpy. Her playful personality is one that keeps us engaged with the show, even more grounded and plausible than she was in other seasons. Apart from the real connection to dinosaurs she gives the audience, Bumpy is that trusty person that helps Ben and the campers feel secure. Where there's tension, there's also growth. depth, and this season has a lot of that. The bond between Kenzie, Yaz, Brooklyn, Sammy, Ben, and Darius keep growing with every episode despite the challenges that they have faced as a group. In Season 3, their survival skills are being tested in a lot of ways, which is certainly an improvement from Season 2, especially since most of their growth in Season 1 got backtracked in the second season to make them fit better into their archetypal roles. Even with the healthy dose of fun in Season 3, we get to witness real human growth in the relationships while they come to terms with the trauma they have experienced both on and off the island. We witness some great moments between Darius and Ben, where Darius still feels guilty for dropping Ben in Season 1 during the monorail attack. On the other hand, Ben is learning how to get past his traumatic estrangement from Season 2 and become a team player once again, what we hope to see in future seasons. So apart from the great story development that we see with Sammy, Brooklyn, Kenzie, and Yaz, we get to see Dr. Henry Wu in Season 3 in a lot of fun ways. The trailers give you an idea how limited his appearance is in the season, but still, we know a lot more about who he really is as a person, including some idea on his motivations. Season 2 was a bit disappointing with how they missed out on some great story leads that could have given an amazing spin to the character development from the first season, but it looks like this third season is doing a good job of getting the series back on track, although there's no form of storytelling outside the island itself. In the first season, Dave and Roxy had to leave the island despite knowing fully well that the kids were still out there, but we didn't get to see if the two cab counselors would be fighting to rescue the children or accept that they had all perished on the island. We hope that this storyline gets revisited in other seasons while this is focused on tying the trilogy of the films closer. It would be lovely to see Season 3 branch out these storylines and maybe add some adult characters that would bring it closer to the film universe in fresh yet impactful ways. Here's another storyline that we think shouldn't have been ignored in the second season, and it's all about the Manticore. In Season 1, they were set up as the potential bad guys, but in Season 2, a lot of us were surprised to see that they're pretty much unmentioned. We did hear the bioengineering company come up a few times, but not in a meaningful way that adds to the progress of the story. Given that the company had a really threatening setup in the first season, a lot of fans were surprised to see that they didn't play a much bigger role in both the second and third season. However, we can't rule them out completely just yet, and maybe the plot around this will become relevant in other seasons. The animation scene is a franchise filled with adventure and ideas. Season 3 is enough to let us know that Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous has huge potential, and the show itself could become a first-class animated series in a short while. Of course, given the higher budget of Season 3, we could say that it's money well spent with the more expansive storytelling and larger set pieces. It'll come in handy for the future season. Based on the reviews of Season 3 so far, it was a joyride that flew by so fast and could easily be the best out of all 3 seasons of Jurassic World so far. Most of the fans of the show are excited to see how the story would turn into the next thrilling season, especially with how Season 3 ended on a high. We know that there'll definitely be a lot of surprises waiting for us in subsequent seasons, and we're ready for it. Meanwhile, it's time to catch up on all 10 episodes of the season while we impatiently wait for the next one. And there you have it. There's everything you need to know about Season 3 of Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. What was your favorite moment in the season, and which character would you say is your fave? Let me know in the comments, and that's a wrap. Thanks for watching.